Oh. Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. Why do we have flight attendants? For comfort, but more so for safety. Why do we have guides? For compassion, but more so to challenge. My father right now is in South Africa for a yatra, and he teaches a daytime class on Wednesdays entitled Vanaprastha Culture. Some of you are part of this. I've been tending to his class, his space, and one of the values that I zoomed into for all those who are more mature in body, technically, that means 48 and older. As offended as you are, I only speak the truth. I was sharing with them the value of not disguising attachment as love. The value to not disguise attachment as love, that attachment is attachment and love is love. Now, how do you know the difference? Love is that which makes you independent. Connect this back to what is the real need for a guide? To challenge us to be independent. And a further reflection for all of us. Do you love the people around you? If you do, then you are working hard and smart to make them independent. But if you find the people around you are growing in dependence, maybe you have disguised your attachment as love. Meaningful Mornings is a workshop for us to undress our own personalities. No hiding, only being honest. Chapter 11's verse 1, Prince Arjuna shares that Sri Krishna has graced him in the form of guidance. A necklace wasn't given, a fruit wasn't given, not even a handshake was given. Just guidance. It is the immaterial that is most transformative. The material vanishes. Prince Arjuna himself used that word. Through Sri Krishna's guidance, Prince Arjuna is no longer struggling with moha. Moha is when you believe what you are not. When I believe what I am not, like I believe I'm this body, that is moha, typically translated as delusion. If there's moha, what is also coming with that? Bhaya and shoka, which means fear and sorrow. But since there is no moha, Prince Arjuna is not feeling afraid anymore. He's not feeling sad anymore. He's energetic, enthusiastic. In verse 2, Prince Arjuna states, "Through your words, I have come to know you are great, more so you are the greatest, more so you are God." Shri Krishna, you are great. That's why I asked you to be my charioteer. But through your words, this is called Shabda Pramana, where teachings become authoritative. They impact us. I now know you are the greatest. And proof of this is how Prince Arjuna wants to be closer, wants to be Shri Krishna. And now he's zooming into, I know you are a God. He states this clearly in verse 3. He describes Shri Krishna as Aishvara, the one who has all virtues in all ways, Purushottama. Because of this, you are complete. That's what I want to be, complete, and you are complete. I want to see this. I want to be this. And so the important part of these first 3 verses is all, but specifically, Prince Arjuna uses the word drashtum. Show me. I have followed you until the 10th chapter. Show me. What's hilarious about this, as you go to different people's homes in the coming weeks, and suppose they show you an old wedding album, and you were at that wedding. As you're looking through those photographs, who are you looking at? Are you looking at the people who got married? The reason why you're there? Or are you looking for yourself? See, we all want to see, but we want to see ourselves. But Prince Arjuna is more than that now. So these are pointers for us. When you look at photographs, do you look for yourself or do you look for the reason for that photograph? Up until chapter 10, Prince Arjuna, the Jiva, he is essentially inquiring into the Jagat, meaning he wants to know about the outside. He's an extrovert. But now in chapter 11, he is inquiring about the inside. Forget about the Jagat. I want to know Jagadishvara. Not creation, but the creator. Prince Arjuna has evolved to be an introvert, the one who is inward looking. Have you? Are you still inquiring? Or are you now inquiring? And as I'm saying this, you're thinking in your mind, but Prince Arjuna doesn't have the responsibilities I do. He doesn't have to pay a mortgage. He doesn't have to advance in the workplace. He's all of us combined in terms of the need for wealth, the need for leadership, Please don't justify. That's why I'd shared Meaningful Mornings as an opportunity to undress our personalities, to be more honest. Verse 4, this is Prince Arjuna's final prayer. And then Bhagavan Krishna answers. Manyase yadi tachakyam maya drashtum iti prabho yogeshwara tato me tvam darshayatmanam avyayam. First quarter, manyase, if you think, yadi, if, tat chakyam, which means tat shakyam, if you think it is possible. The itness, the possibility is, if you think I am ready. That's Prince Arjuna's first statement in this verse. If you think I am ready. I've shared with all of us many times a way to become more decisive, less mind, but more listening to the intellect, is when you have to make a decision, try to visualize, what would the wise do? Yes, you've heard that before. In this quarter, it would be like, what would the wise think of me? We invest too much in thinking about what others are thinking of me. If someone is insecure and they're thinking of me, then their thinking is inaccurate. That insecurity makes it inaccurate. But if there's someone who doesn't need validation, and then they're thinking of me, that's whom I should treat as my role model. So in this quarter, Prince Arjuna knows the only way he can feel secure is by the thoughts of the one who is secure. Living the way that I've shared right now requires significant humility. Significant humility. Maya, by me, drashtum, to see, iti, Prabhu, to see you. If you think I am ready to see you, if you think I'm ready to see you. What is most beautiful about this is Prince Arjuna has had enough of intellectualization. What he's showing right now, that intellectualization is externalization, since he's had enough of that, he is focused on internalization. He wants to see, he wants to be Sri Krishna. Suppose I had an arti thali, a plate with a lamp on it, and I showed it to all of you. What would you do? For those who are used to this in our culture, we tend to take this light and we put it on our eyes, like, help me to see. Or some put it on their head, help me to think. What I've been sharing in the different communities I teach in is you take that light and first you bring it to your head, then you transfer it to your heart, and then to your hands, squeezing your hands like, I feel the light there. The notion being is that if it's just in your head, it's still intellectual or external. Let it become closer to your heart and even closer to your hands. Closer in the sense that don't just think about divinity, feel divinity. Don't just feel divinity, act for divinity. How do you act? With your hands. Then we will be ready like Prince Arjuna. Third quarter, Yogeshwara, you are the original yogi. Other teachers in the world can call themselves what they want. You are Yogeshwara. Tataha, then, me means me, tvam means you. If you think I am ready, since you are the Yogeshwara, then you can show me. Nobody else can show me, only you can. And the implication of this is our journey is to practice yoga to become yukta. Yoga is discipline, yukta is divine. Only the divine can guide us to be divine. The undivine can't do that. So Prince Arjuna again knows the only one who can validate him, secure him, is Yogeshwara. Darshayatmanam avyayam. Show me atmanam. Show me your center. Avyayam. Show me your infinitude. Final reflection before Shri Krishna begins to speak. In a recent Upanishad class, I had encouraged everyone to be persistent with the mind. That is the only way the mind will become quiet. For all of us, this verse, where near the 60th percentage of Bhagavad Gita being completed, is be patient. Being patient will help us to be ready. And if you're ready, Shri Krishna has no power but to show you himself, to share himself. Many of you have been hearing me speak about how we're about to complete the purchase of an ashram in Cleveland. For how many years I've been talking about us building the institution in the Midwest, the Gurukula, where all of us can live together. See how that patience is needed for the right time, the right place? Now that seed is being planted, and this plant will grow. From inspiration to application. Your recent application was to reflect on what if on Wednesday, December 21st, there was no more Bhagavad Gita and meaningful mornings for all of us. Out of all of the rads that I've shared with you, your reflections on this rad has been some of the most moving. I wrote many of them down in my own notes. I don't have time today. Tomorrow I'll read more about them. But I appreciated what Ragini from Raleigh and Saloni from Cleveland wrote. They said they're moving to Niagara. And that's why I'm moving to the Midwest. That way more of us can be together. We don't know what we'll have access to. Let's live together. And I'm not even saying that in a smiley way. I mean that in a most meaningful way. Why should we be together virtually? Your application for this morning, and another application was to prep for the police workshop. We'll debrief tomorrow. Your application for this morning is Google on YouTube, Pearl Jam. The album is Untitled. The song is Come Back. Pearl Jam, Untitled, Come Back. It is a most moving song, but I want you to visualize that Eddie Vedder, who's singing, is actually Bhagavad Gita, who is singing. Visualize that Bhagavad Gita is singing this song. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be joy.